His name is Abe Cruz, and I just want you guys to give him a big round of applause. And
Good. Just come here for a second. So I had a plan to come in and speak to you guys, right? I had my own purpose. I had my own plan. And after watching this video, like, I was back there gonna cry because you're up here, and I don't know if you're here every week. I don't know, if you guys are here every week, but he comes here with a purpose to inspire you guys, to help you guys, to encourage you guys. I'm already crying, sorry. But because I feel exactly everything in this video, it just hit me instantly. I've gone through my own journey. I'm going to share it with you guys, but I really want to start off by letting you know that, we are here for each other. This is a family. We come together every day for this, or every week. There's many different age groups here, but I'm 37, so I've already been your guys' age. So, Pastor John comes here to open his heart to make sure that you guys are headed in the right direction in life. So you guys need to give him a round of applause, please. Wow. So, as I was saying, I had a plan. But in life, you sometimes have a plan, but it gets, knocked to the side. And it becomes difficult trying to bounce back on that plan. And I think all I can focus on is everything that we just saw in this video, because it hit me in my heart. Did it hit anybody else? Did anybody? I mean, I felt some emotions all around. As said, my name is Abe Cruz. I was born in Los Angeles. I was born in East LA. You know East LA?
Yes.
LA? I was born in East LA in poverty. Okay, my father is Cuban. My mother is Mexican. Soy cubano mexicano. And I grew up in a one-bedroom apartment my entire life with another brother and another sister. And we shared shoes, we shared clothes, wearing the same things every week, figuring out how we're going to have food for the holidays. This is reality. There's many different cultures out there. There's many different races. I'm here today with my Latino family. That's who I'm here with. And letting you guys know, I don't know anything about you guys, but I do know how it is and what it feels like to grow up as a Latino, especially less fortunate, underprivileged, challenged. My mom raised us by herself. My father left when I was 4 years old. So it was my brother and my sister, one-bedroom apartment. I still remember the days. I remember hiding because of all of the chaos and all of the problems. And I'm only going to assume that many of you guys are dealing with challenges each and every day. Am I right? Yeah. Am I right? This is the open discussion, guys. So I want all of us to be here. We're one together. I'm speaking, but I want you guys to interact with me because, I have a son who's 6 now, and I have a son who's 15. And I'm understanding and I'm seeing the journey of struggles and obstacles each and every day. So growing up in my life without a father figure, I was a little bit lost. I was rebellious. I was, I wasn't in church. I wasn't really assisted or helped throughout my career. Sports was my biggest blessing. Sports is what kept me, somewhat off of the streets. But I was in the streets growing up. And so sports was the biggest blessing to me. And in life, you guys are going to understand as you get older each and every day, you're going to meet people that will impact your life for the future. It might be the person sitting right next to you. It could be a friend. It could be a pastor. It could be a complete stranger. And my goal today is hopefully that I can touch at least one of you guys so you don't go down the same path that I went through. Not sure if you guys see it, and I'll get to the story, but this is my path. I hit what you call a rock bottom. And I can't blame it on my upbringing. I can't blame it on my childhood just because I was less fortunate. Okay? There's no excuses. But as we get into these videos, I completely understand how overwhelming and challenging life can be, especially if you're in junior high, especially if you're in high school, trying to live up to a certain standard, trying to be cool, trying to wear nice clothes, trying to fit in. You guys are going to see very soon as you get older that life is about taking care of yourself. And some of you might agree or disagree, and I'm going to get into it, but I have a saying that I believe in God first and myself second. And the reason I say that is because while I was growing up, I saw my mom working 3 jobs at a time, while me and my brother were at home making bread and you know, butter or tortillas and butter and putting it on there. And that's what we were eating, trying to survive. So my mom was working her tail off so she could support her family, right? But we didn't have the guidance. We didn't have the education. We didn't have a lot of the things so I can grow up to do the right things. Does that make sense? So that's why every opportunity that I get, when I was invited by the organization, I was thrilled. I was so excited to come out here. Whether it was 2 people sitting in the stands or whether it was 2,000, I was going to give the same message, the same heartfelt love to each and every one of you guys. As I continued, the challenge of being able to fit in, sports was my biggest blessing. It was just something that I found passion in. And each and every one of you guys are going to find something that you like, that you love, that you have passion for. So when that time, have patience. How old are you?
11.
You're 11 years old. So right now you're at the beginning of your life, right? You got some big things happening and you're headed to a new direction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you look at me? Huh? Are you shy? Are you nervous? No? Come up here. What's your name?
Marvin.
Marvin, come up here. Nice to meet you. Everybody give Marvin a round of applause.
Come on, Marvin.
I don't know Marvin. Stand tall. Stand tall. So this is me being a father figure. I don't know. Is your father around?
No.
Your father's not around? So I picked the one young man who doesn't have a father, just like I did. Oh, you did? Okay. Okay. Well, regardless, this is a moment for me to help be a father figure in a young man's life. The point is, we're here for each other. You know, when we're growing up, we want to stand tall. You know what I mean? You want to have confidence. You want to know that you mean something in this world. Right now, you're at the beginning of your journey, and I know you're going to be a powerful, strong man. You know how I know? You know? Because God told me. God showed me the vision. God showed me my purpose in life. And because of life and everything else, I want you to just, I know everybody knows you, but go ahead. Tell everybody your name, your age, where you're from. Give everybody a little background.
I'm Marvin, and I come from California.
Hey.
Hey.
What part of California?
Long Beach.
Long Beach, right down the street from East LA.
And my age is 11.
Awesome. Give him a round of applause. Purpose for that, guys, is life is so unexpected. You just never know what's going to happen, and you gotta roll with the punches. Turn every situation. I just want to say thank you, because I know that took a lot of courage. It took a lot of to stand up here and do that. So these are the things in life that you guys will understand, that there's a main reason for everything. Keep your head high. You guys got to believe when you're struggling, when you're going through these obstacles, you will be picked up. God is never going to put you in a situation that you can't handle.
That's right.
As I was able to move forward, getting, failing, I was held back in the 7th grade. I didn't go to school probably over 200 days of my 7th grade year because I had horrible acne. And I was afraid to go and see the girls. I was afraid to hang out at school. So I had my own sense of depression, and I really was depressed because, at the end of the day, I didn't have money. My mom was less fortunate to provide for clothing. I had acne. I was being teased at school. These types of things happen in life, but you know what? You have to stay strong. You have to go to your family. You have to go to your friends. And at the end of the day, you have to get on your hands and knees and ask God to guide you. That's the situation that most of us don't understand, is that God is going to get us through every single situation. If I didn't have a father, my mom was there. She took care of me. She told me to get on my hands and knees and pray. So all of these different situations are going to allow you to move forward in life. As I continued to get older, I was faced with challenges and obstacles, and then you get into high school, and now it's the being cool, right? It looks like I have some high schoolers in here. Are you guys almost in high school? High school? So now there's so much more peer pressure that's getting ready to grow. And you got to fit in, and you got to be cool. And fortunate for me, I was blessed with the athletic ability. I was able to take that and play sports and do some big things. So sports was my blessing. And like I said, you guys will find your passion. As I was able to move on and take that blessing, I got a college scholarship, and I went on to play football at the University of Wisconsin. So little kid from, East LA, 1-bedroom apartment, 3-4 people in a 1-bedroom apartment, being able to move on and have a college education. My mom, is still trying to get a college education, working 3 jobs. Can anybody relate to that? Anybody relate to that? That's life, right? As we move on, I continue to fear the peer pressure, feeling depression, even at an age of 18, 19, 20. There's so much pressure on us growing up to fit in and be cool. As I got into my early 20s, I really felt a struggle in my life, and I was trying to impress everybody. I was trying to be cool with everybody, trying to have a cool girlfriend and trying to do all these things. And there was a time in my life where I made one decision, one choice, simply to fit in, simply to impress. I did something and I broke the law. And that one decision, even though my life was kind of challenging growing up with a little bit of challenges and obstacles, I still had food. I still had a shirt on my back. My mom provided everything that I needed. So I took a desperate step. Depression led me to doing one horrible choice, and this is what it led me to. Take a look at this. These are my mug shots, okay? One choice in the wrong direction, because the beginning of my journey, I was confused, I was lost, I was depressed. I didn't really have anyone I could talk to. I didn't know what the right moves were, so I took it all on myself. All on myself. And obviously we make wrong decisions in life. That's the thing. We're all going to make them. But I'm here today to help you so you don't make those decisions. So you stay on the path. Stay in school. Stay in church. Listen to the pastors. Listen to your teachers. As I went on and made that one choice, they didn't give me a warning. They didn't tell me, oh, here's a slap on the wrist. They sent me away to prison in this state. I was sent to prison in this state in 2007. Because of my one choice, because of my one wrong decision, the judge wanted to send me to prison for 30 years. I was 24 years old. So when would I have gotten out?
54.
54. My whole entire life, because of one choice, one decision, my entire life could have been wiped away. Now I got on my hands and knees and prayed, right? Why wasn't I doing that the last 20 years? Why is it that when we're really in trouble, that's when we bow down, our pride is gone, our ego is gone, everything is out the window, and now you're saying, what do I do? How am I going to get through this? Obviously, depression hit me. I thought I was going to escape and run to another country. This is a true story. We're talking true today. I'm giving you guys some raw, real stories about life because of the challenges and the obstacles that we sometimes can't handle. So when the judge said he was going to send me away for 30 years, I didn't know what to do. Obviously, my mom slapped me and said, "Menso."
Menso.
What did you do? I already made the wrong choice. I made the wrong decision, and now I had to figure it out as a young man at 24 years old. So throughout the journey, I had to fight the case. I had to deal with it. And after 2.5 years of battling, I came down to it. And I said, "Mom, I made the wrong choice. I made the wrong decision. I'm going to have to go and pay my consequences." Now, keep in mind, through that whole entire time, me and my upbringing, my mom was a very religious mom. My mom was always praying. But however, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. Okay, that's what my mother and my father believed when I was growing up. Okay, I didn't know what anything meant. As a youngster, you're growing, you're trying to learn, and you're trying to find yourself. Does that make sense, guys? We're always trying to learn. So as I was able to move forward throughout this whole journey, I was able to understand one thing, that no matter what we're doing, no matter what we're saying, that we have to put God first. Yeah. God is going to give us the direction and the answers when we're confused and we're lost. All of these different accomplishments, I've traveled the world now. And statistically, I'm not supposed to be here today even speaking with you. Statistically, I'm still supposed to be behind bars. Okay? But God had a plan. God had a mission. When I was incarcerated and locked up, my mom, after she called me menso and all of that, and we were talking on the phone, she said, son, you have to show God that you truly mean this prayer. You have to truly show him that you're sorry. You have to sacrifice. So at this point, my whole life, I'm like, oh no, what do I do now? I have no other choice but to listen to God. I have no other choice but to listen to my mom. Because my life is over if I don't snap out of it and I don't realize what I'm going to do. So my mom said, get on your hands and knees, pray to God, and I need you to fast. My mom told me I had to fast for 40 days. I went from 180 pounds to 155 pounds over the course of 40 days because I got on my hands and knees, prayed, and I said, Father God, okay, this is the truth. I messed up. Horrible decision. I'm wrong, but please, this can't be the rest of my life. Please help me. Please do something. I promise if you give me a second chance, when I get out, I'm going to make an impact on this world. I'm going to help people. I'm going to help youth. I'm going to help adults. I'm going to help athletes. I'm going to help everybody. Because as you start to become successful in life and you're making a little bit of money, none of that means anything. We spent all these years trying to be cool and trying to look like we got everything, when really at the end of it, as we get older, we understand that doesn't matter. What matters is that you have love with your family. Eventually you will have family, kids. So part of it is growing up into that process. But I'm here again telling you guys ahead of that time, you don't have to go down the wrong paths. Don't allow the challenges and the obstacles and the sadness and the depression to throw you totally off. It's going to happen. It will happen. That's kind of the reality of life. But talk to somebody. Call a friend. Call a father. Call someone at church. You guys have to reach out. We have to communicate. You know what I mean? I'm here now with you guys, and I would tell you, if you have any problems and you're shy or you're embarrassed, reach out to me. We just met. But I'm here for anybody. And I truly mean that. Okay? And I will give my information out. You guys can message me as well directly and have a communication, because that's what I'm here to do. My mission, when I was in prison, I asked God for a second chance, and I had to show him that I really meant it. I started planning out my future, even though I didn't know when I was getting out of prison. The judge told me that I would be in and out in 1 year for a judicial review because it was my first offense. But at the end of it, they denied it and said, sorry, you're not getting out. We're going to make an example of you, the guy from LA who thinks that they could just drive through our country and do whatever you want. So he made an example of me, and being Latino didn't help either. So the whole situation, I had all odds against me. But as I sat there in prison, after I fasted, God gave me these visions. He gave me plans. And at the end of all of these plans and visions, it was about helping people. It was about inspiring people. It was about picking them up when they're down. Does that make sense? Yeah. How many of us feel struggle? How many of us feel sadness every day, every week? How many of us feel these challenges?
Yeah.
You guys feel them?